here to stimulate y'all mind and just give y'all an idea. But when you really think about the Bible and stuff, right? And if you actually do read it and take on what it said, right? You'll realize and see that Jesus, angels and stuff, they take on forms that where they can interact with other people, right? Or where they speak with other people, they can take a form of like an animal, another person. They could take a form of your brother, your sister, your parent, or whatnot, right? So if you know that they could do that, right? Why are you listening to what is written and what is not said? And I'm gonna explain that right now. So you're listening to what is written in a book, but you know that Jesus and angels can come in any type of form, right? So who's to say they won't come in a form as your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, any type of family member, or just a random stranger, right? And you're being disrespectful towards them. If you say something like, oh, well, they can just leave any time, they can go wherever they want, but you don't believe in magic. So you don't believe in magic. You're looking at what is written and you're not listening to words being spoken out, right? So those individuals that are speaking words out that very much seem like they're on par with like being that divine state, right? That Christ conscious state. You're not listening to them, but rather you're going to go by and follow by a book. And right now, all that I'm doing really is just stating the contradictions because you really just have to go within yourself. He did say, seek and you will find, ask and you will receive. It's like you're being judgmental, you're being immoral, you're being unethical. But yet these divine beings, these divine individuals could be right next to you. They could be across the street from you. They could be right next door, right? They could be an animal that you have, right? Or an animal that you just see randomly on the street, right? But yet you continue to disrespect and seem and walk around as if everything is just the way it's supposed to be. And everything is not supposed to be like this. You would imagine if heaven is on earth, everything was supposed to be beautiful, right? Everything should be glowing. Even individuals walking by, you should see everyone smiling. Do you see that? I don't see. I see that before when we build communities to where we are not a part of a system, but we had our own type of way of like moving about. But now that we integrated another individual system who was very much like it's an unnatural system, right? It's not the way that we go by or flow by. It changed the way that we just move about, how we speak to one another, how we just like help out one another. But most would rather listen to what is written than what is spoken. How you gonna feel what is written? You feel more than what is spoken. That's why when you go to church, there's a pastor speaking because he's there to make you feel. It's an all out attack. So now he's reading off of it, right? Reading all these laws, right? Which has no type of like, and yeah, the Bible has states and truth in it where we could go, you can follow by, right? But it's also mixed with lies as well too. So you got this pastor reading the lies and mixed with the truths, but also they have them there to evoke that type of like feeling within y'all. That's why when you in church, you have that high spirits, you feel all good and stuff. But then when you leave, it's like all of that leaves, all of that goes away. You go back into the real world and like you're all drained and you're like, oh, I gotta go to work, and you're complaining again. It's like, why are you complaining though? Isn't it meant for you to walk that path or go on that path if you so-called God you going by? So there's no reason to complain. And I know a lot of individuals work so hard, right? But they don't get what they want. And they still trying to like seek something outside of themselves. And it's like, you're not gonna get that because it's a system. You cannot go by with this system because most of what you get is what you manifest within yourself. It's the energy that you hold. Going back to listening to what's written and not spoken, right? The reason why I say that is because what is written can very much be hypothesized. It can very much just be an opinion. So in able to prove that opinion, you're going to have to research and go out yourself and find that answer. Just like in science, you experiment with it. You experiment to come to a conclusion, but it doesn't stop there, right? Because it's endless. The amount of things you can figure out is endless, so it just keeps on going and going and going. But with that being said, fam, keep vibrating high. Peace and Ashe.